sort of 159 level right now, 158. But it, yeah, that was. Did anyone catch that trade? I mean, that was the kind of trade you want to be on when the news broke. Wow, Roku's really tanking too here. Anyone catch that? He rode Facebook up. Nice, Lou.
Yeah, a couple of people in the room, I think, got it. Somebody jumped onto Zoom a little late, but still got in with a great trade.
This sort of 159 you had level quite a right bit now, of time 158. It did kind of that was. Did anyone catch that trade? I mean, that was the kind of trade you want to just on when the news broke. Rolled over on it. Wow, Roku's really tanking too here.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, YouTube friends. Doubled up on your audio there.
Market pushing higher again.
Yep. So yeah, things are probably Tennessee's opening some stuff up too, aren't they? On the weekend, they're opening up some service things.
Service things.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Stomp.
Well, like barber shops and hair salons and nail places where you can really socially distance.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. Most of those are really tough to do that, isn't it? It's
yeah.
It's funny
because you've got a piece of plexiglass between you and the person you're doing their nails.
I was looking at my phone and said, "Oh, look, I've got a dentist appointment next Tuesday." And then I thought, actually, no, I don't. So I called just to make sure because I actually hadn't heard from them. They said, "Nah, they've canceled all appointments to the end of April." So I'm like, "Yeah, never mind." Mm-hmm. So that's not going to happen.
Never mind. Yeah, exactly. Not going to happen.
They're definitely doing it. Like the military too. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, I said the military's taking precautions too, because next Friday I'm supposed to get a new ID card for retirement, and I can't get it. So they just extended my active duty ID card to the end of the year.
Mm.
Oh.
They're not even taking appointments anymore.
I would think. I mean,
that's for any retirees.
Yeah. I mean, the military. It's got to be hard enough to create isolation and still complete the required duties. I mean, if there's an essential service, a lot of that military service is that, right? So you can't exactly shut it all down. So you probably want to limit exposure as much as possible.
Well, they did have that other ship, I guess, down in the Caribbean that's also having some infections on.
Oh, really?
Now. Yeah, I was reading about another ship.
Yeah.
It's never good. Cruise ships and battleships.
Any ship, you always get once you get in a confined space with a lot of people, you're bound to get sick.
What about relationships?
Any ship I got on, I was sick.
Or Brian, hardships, huh?
Yeah, there you go. Eh? You remember that joke?
Yeah. I won't try and do the Italian accent that you did, but.
That brings up some submarines. That would be. I don't know how. I don't think I could do a submarine. That'd be tough.
Have you seen the movie Das Boot? Is awesome. Great movie. If you want to, anybody who hasn't seen it, we were talking about movies earlier.
Somebody got a nice move on JD. Who took Lou Reed? Yeah, that's right. You took it long at 44.27. Nice pop back up.
Wow, 44.27. That's like right after the turn. Well timed.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that. Let's take a look at JD on the screen here. 44.27. That's like 2 cents off the bottom.
Yeah, because it sold off that big candlestick. It sold off pretty quick, and then it just kind of consolidated.
Wow. It's bold. I don't think for myself, I don't think I could have gotten in before, probably around here, these candles here. Because that's when I would have at least a double bottom, right? And I know that it's likely to continue back up. But to get in at 44.27, you had to have been in like you were way down here. That's pretty impressive. Or foolhardy.
Let's stop 44.19. Yeah, that was low. Would have been a new low.
Well, that makes sense. That's where I would probably put it too. But I would just have had.
I had the same level too, 44.20 as a level as well.
Where do you get that? Is that a daily level? 44.20.
Yeah, it's my dotted blue line.
I don't see anything at 44.20 on the daily chart.
Let me see where I pulled that from.
I don't know. Well, it worked wherever you got it from.
Yeah.
I don't see
it looks kind of, depending on your view on with the price volume, you could have got it out of 44.20. Depending on how far you're zoomed out, it has pretty large bar. But hopefully nobody was trying to trade MU today. I just looked at that 5-minute chart. It has 15 5-minute candles that alternate white, red, white, red, white, red since 2 o'clock. Classic definition of chop.
Oh, you must mean 5-minute candles.
Yeah, on the 5-minute. If you look at the 5-minute.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, look at that.
From
That's
2
ugly.
o'clock, it just alternates.
That is ugly.
Christmas
You're right.
tree.
It's funny, how today, like a lot of days you get an industry that moves together, especially the semiconductor industry. AMD has had these nice wavy patterns that I've been able to take advantage of and trade short. MU, that you normally trade, Mike, as you pointed out, has just been like just chop city.
Yeah.
Intel, on the other hand, hasn't stopped its upward climb. It's just been sort of moving up all day. So.
Looks like MU's slowly grinding up now, looking for like a break almost.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not trading that though. That's
Jennifer. Yeah, let me take a look at that for you, Jennifer. Wow, you got a nice breakout there from your entry point. That was very nice.
Where's Jennifer in? 1735, way down here.
Yeah,
a couple of days
nice. Let's just take a boo here at they report in 11 days, so that would be week after next. Holding for 23. I'm assuming you're looking at that 200-day moving average. It's definitely, yeah, and then there's also sort of a prior level of resistance there and a gap to fill after that 23 as well. Yeah, it looks like a logical place to take some profits for sure, if not bail on it. But yeah, it looks really good. Volume's been really good today. MACD's turning up. The only thing I would say is, yeah, it's getting into the bought area right now. It's getting pretty close to 70 on the RSI. Not to say that it's going to continue. It's not going to continue. It definitely got through one area of resistance, which would have been in the right around 20. So yeah, great risk to reward too, because you probably could have used somewhere around 1670 as a point to stop out. 1650.
Facebook.
Lots of upside there. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how big your position is. I mean, I'd be looking at trimming it maybe a little bit. But yeah, it does look like it's could get to 23.
Facebook looks like it's ready to drop here.
Facebook? Not as big as LK. Yeah. Facebook's, I don't know if Facebook's going to drop. It kind of looks like it's trying to hold this 189 level.
It is.
Certainly if it loses that.
Correct.
It may sink. Roku's coming back up again. Roku is so erratic. So Intel's really trying to break out here. That's right. It just keeps banging against that previous day close. Tilray. We got Tilray's moving up too here. Tilray's been on quite a run from 10 o'clock this morning. What's the news on Tilray?
I haven't been following it. I haven't heard anything. Is there news? Oh yeah.
It's been moving on something. LK will come back. I mean, there was Sino is another Chinese internet company that was that didn't do very well, but it came back. It didn't get a listing on didn't get its listing back on NYSE. It had to go to over the counter, so it was trading. There goes your Intel.
It recovered all of its losses after earnings.
Yeah. Hopefully Andrew's buddy didn't bail
Didn't
on
sell.
Yeah, but you never know, right? You just never know.
There's so Facebook did hold 189. So while it was trending below this moving average, as I was waiting to see what would happen, my markers were one. Let me pull up Facebook here. Facebook, I was looking for either a break of 189 to the downside, or if you look at a 1 minute chart, this moving average 189.40 on the top side. You can see how it hit it several times. So I was watching here to see, okay, so it hit it there, it hit it here, now it's broken through. So my short trade is off, and we'll see if Facebook goes up from here. Wow, Intel really shot up green.
Yeah.
AMD hit that hit the previous close, decided it was going to stay green. think my stop here now, just for my remaining shares, if it goes over 56.40-ish, that's a good 10 cents over a bunch of moving averages on a number of time frames I've got. So I'll give it a little bit of room and just take the rest off. Otherwise, maybe we can go retest the lows. But the SPY looks like it wants to go up into the close here. Not a bad way to end the week.
Does. Are you still in that trade, Lou Reed?
INO we were talking about? Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, INO is up 20% on the day, so be careful about shorting it into the close, especially if the market is strong. I would say it's more likely to go back and retest the high of the day. Mike, you might want to mention you're hosting a virtual get-together this weekend.
Yeah, so this Saturday, a couple of the SoCal traders been emailing me wanting to get together. So we're doing a SoCal traders meetup on Saturday at 1 p.m. So if anybody wants to join, just email me and I'll send you the information. Few of us from around here that have been together for a couple of years trading, and along with a couple of the newer members have asked. So it should be fun tomorrow.
Good. Yeah, there you go. So
looking forward to it. It's always good. No face mask needed if you're in your home, Jennifer. It's a virtual meetup. We're not going out together.
Pants are optional. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pants are optional. Just make sure you turn your camera off once you close out the meeting so that nobody else sees it. Yeah. But another thing I wanted to ask for, so I'm putting together, Andrew asked me to put together a class on business plans for some of our newer traders. So if anybody out there has any business plans that you created, if you'd be willing to share those as a template this weekend, I'm going to try to compile and come up with a solid template for the community that we can give out to newer traders that join so they have a basis to start with. Because I remember when I first started, Andrew talks about having a business plan, and with my accounting background and then being in the military, plans are always good. So I put together one from just kind of cutting and pasting from different stuff that I found out. So anything y'all provide would be helpful. I'm going to try to take the best of the best and makeshift one together that can help out some of the newer traders or older traders if you don't even have one.
Yeah, and all that can be sent to Mike at it's just Mike at bearbulltraders.com. Oops, I keep hiding your camera, Mike. Oh, I keep forgetting about that. Sorry.
It's okay. Let me close the door real quick too. I think my kids got up. I'm such a bad parent. We let our kids stay up till like 1 a.m. and then they don't wake up till 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, you know, right now schedules are all a little wonky for everybody. You just remind them of your generosity when life restarts and they have to start adhering to a more reasonable schedule. Trader Troy, Mike was asking for a business plan. No, like an actual trading business plan. We advocate that you should treat trading like a business, and as such, you should have a plan, right? So, what are the expenditures? What is the expected return? What's your business strategy? And how are you going to undertake this? How are you going to manage it? The plan could include everything, not only from your typical financials, but to your, again, like your trading strategy and approach. It could include things like how are you going to manage the business, right? Do you need to isolate yourself? Do you need to change your schedule to accommodate trading? All the stuff that would go into making that business, right, your trading business, successful. Yep. Yeah, stated targets is one of those. How do you know if you? We used to say, how do you know if you've achieved the goal if you haven't defined the goal before you get there? So it's the same thing, right? What does success look like? It's sort of your business plan usually outlines what that success looks like, because it also helps you if you're behind schedule, if you're behind your plan. What do I need to do differently? Otherwise, you could just sort of float along doing the same things, right or wrong, for a long time without ever getting to the goal.
To the goal of what you're doing. And I've also found as I went through this, that the goals and objectives that I set out help reinforce that I was progressing when I would go back and look at them and review them, because you're kind of like in this daily grind every day where you're fighting with the markets and you're getting instant feedback of whether you're doing good or bad based on your P&L that you have, right?
Right.
But when you take a larger view of it and you go back and you look, hey, 3 months ago, I said I wanted to be at this point in 3 months, and you start checking off everything you accomplished in those 3 months, you all of a sudden get that extra boost of confidence. You're like, yeah, I am making progress. Right. This is great. I can do this. Yeah.
Always good, indeed. All right, we got about just over 10 minutes until the close. Still hanging on to AMD here. Just taking a look around at other things. Facebook.
I definitely need to get a fan for the office. I'm in like a sweatshop right now.
That's never good for the equipment.
No, it's not.
And it spits out a surprising amount of heat, doesn't it? All the monitors and the PC and all that stuff.
It adds extra heat in the room.
That's for sure. I know that I've got an office here too on the ground floor, and whenever I walk out of the office, there's a noticeable temperature difference between this room and outside. And I've closed the vents here, so it's not like I'm heating this room. It's just all the computer equipment and myself, I guess, that are heating it up. So I guess my solution's easier. I just have to open the window and I get cold air. But yeah.
Very rarely do we get in the 90s, but today we are definitely in the 90s.
Wow. In the 90s. What the heck is that? Looking to see if there's maybe one last trade out there. Something fun to take. Things are Moving down here, the SPY just moved down. I don't know if there's any, is there any news driving that? I wonder if has USO reopened today? Yeah, it's open again. Wow, look at that. That's like algo trading at its best right there. Look at these terrible candles. Meso, we were looking at earlier today. That was one that gapped up significantly on news of success of their COVID virus treatment. You could see it had some big action at the open, but then it's just sort of moved sideways for the rest of the day. Yeah, USO. Well, when I looked earlier at USO, it was halted today. It's probably on the news of that investment plan that our friend on Benzinga, the Squawk guy, was announcing. What else? Chesapeake, that was halted a few times this morning. Don't like trading that much, but... Zoom. Zoom seems to have stabilized around 160 here. I just heard your cough, Mike. You okay? All good?
Oh yeah, sorry. Didn't
Okay.
turned off quick enough.
The made me laugh because like whenever I go out shopping, it's only been a couple of times in the last few weeks, so I don't wear a mask very often because I'm only out occasionally. But when I wear like something over my face, right? So a cloth mask, and just having it on my face makes both my face itchy and me want to cough. So I'm busy out shopping all the time, thinking, "Don't do that. Don't touch your face. Don't cough." So it's like I'm more focused on that than I am my actual shopping the whole time I'm out.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, it's weird. I really want to go out in my big painter's mask because I'm actually used to wearing that and I find it very comfortable. But, you know, it just looks like you're... You know, it looks like you need a whole hazmat suit if you go in that. It's a little much. So
people would look at you funny with that one.
Yeah. Well, but I've seen a couple of guys out there with them on, so I guess I'm not the only one that has thought of it. But watching Boeing here, it's dropping a little bit. So it did drop off of that level. Chopped around for a while after we talked about it right in this area. We were talking about Boeing after it hit the VWAP. You know, was it a short or a long? It has gone down, but frankly, it just chopped around here for a long time. That would have been a hard trade to hold for a little gain here into the close. My AMD is moving back down, so that's good. For me, anyways. Not sure. We'll see. I've got 5 minutes.
It's probably going to try to test the low again, or previous day close. Sorry, wrong.
Yeah, well, I hope so, but we'll see.
I found that having a beard and putting a mask on really is irritating.
Well, there's that too, right? Because it does get, it does get itchy and warm, and but I mean, I guess everybody has the warmth problem because you're not used to containing your own exhalation, right? Right around your face. But they do say it's funny when they first put out mask guidelines when this all hit. You know, I don't know if you ever saw the charts that I can't remember if it was the WHO or if it was what's the U.S. virus response agency there? The
CDC.
CDC, thank you. I think it was the CDC that put it out. And they basically said that anybody with a beard, unless you had a very specific beard, you're dead. Like the mask is not properly protecting you, which I thought was funny. So you need like a Fu Manchu.
I'm just hoping my wife doesn't find that, because then she'll be like, "You have to shave."
You have to shave.
Be like, "I'll be okay."
Just
my wife hates the beard.
Tell her you're putting the whole
out of spite now.
Put the plastic water bottle thing over your head.
Ciao, Ella. Yeah, there you go. Hey, did we ever find out what's going on with Tilray, or is it just everybody's excited about the pot stocks in general?
There you go, Mac.
It's a good question. I didn't find any news on it, Brian.
Okay, I didn't either. I'm just curious here. I'm curious. Huh.
What are you thinking? Are you looking at keeping
I'm
some
just
over
wondering.
the weekend?
Intel is good. Yeah, I like AMRN. Could be an interesting carryover on Monday. I'm looking at Tilray.
Love it, Max.
CGC's up. Crona's up. What else is looking good? Netflix is going to be red on the day.
Netflix, yeah, down almost $2. It's trying to make a run for it here. Yeah, it's not going.
Hasn't done much of anything. Yeah, BA just really took a bit of a nosedive here.
Oh yeah, wow. BA trade is working out better than expected.
Only $1, but it's still Square is everything's kind of just. This has been sort of typical of the last couple of minutes, right, of the day. It seems like everybody gets panicked and doesn't want to hold anything overnight, so they sell.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right. I am still watching AMD. This is going to be another one of those days, I think, where I run it right into the close, just for the fun of it. See if I can get a drop right towards the close.
All the way to 10 seconds before.
Oh, I like to go, usually it's like right down to 2 seconds. Hit the button, see if you get filled before the bell. It's going the wrong way on me, though. I only have 30 seconds to wait. Come on. There you go. That's better. Okay. Get my hand on the trigger here.
Okay, you're going to pull the trigger?
Finger on the trigger, yeah. Hit the ejection button.
Shoot the thrill.
It's moving the wrong way again.
All right.
Oh.
There's the bell. There she blows.
Okay, I'm getting out now then. Hey, I actually got a better fill. Hey, that's better. That's good. The bid and ask dropped after the close, and I actually got filled better than I thought I would, so that's not so bad. All right, there you go. Final out at
not bad.
56.16. I lost. I did it late. All right.
Nice.
It's a good week.
Nice. Yeah. Overall.
So.
Here. All right.
If it wasn't for Las Vegas, Mac, I would never have fired a gun. So, the place I fired on.
So when you did fire the gun, did you enjoy it?
It was oddly entertaining. Yes, it was good. But handgun was good. The semi-automatic was fun, and the guy said, yeah. So it pulls up and to the left, and I went, okay, all right, I got this. And as soon as I started shooting, sure enough, up and to the left, like way up and to the left, right? And I'm like, okay, somebody out there would be completely safe. Like I think I hit the paper, but I didn't even get like to the target or so. It was just crazy. I'm like, wow, he wasn't kidding. It pulls up and to the left. So
Yeah.
I guess with a little practice you can learn to control that, but I did not.
I shot a 44 Magnum at a range. That was pretty interesting. It definitely had a different sound to it than the other handguns
Yeah.
that we were shooting.
No pop, 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 right? There's a reason why it's a hand cannon.
Yeah, it's more like a boom when the thing goes off.
Yeah. The two I enjoyed the most were the Mark 19. It's an automatic grenade launcher, and the 50 cal M2 Goose. Those two are. There's just something sitting behind a weapon that size and just the big thud that goes every time.
The 50 cal.
You don't hold a 50 caliber gun in your hand, so it's mounted on something.
It's mounted either on a vehicle or on a tripod.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're Rambo, isn't that what Rambo was carrying around?
No, he had the 60.
Oh, okay.
The old M60 that he would shoot, and you can do those.
Okay.
So, but
there you go. Yeah. Well, you had access to a different. Well, I guess probably in Vegas you can get access to anything you want. Everything's available in Vegas. So.
Yeah.
We're used to.
Hey guys, well, have a great weekend. I'm gonna sign off. Got stuff to do. Fun to have.
All right. Well, have a good weekend, Brian. Thanks so much for being with us.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
You too. Enjoy, everybody.
And just pray for the health of Kim Jong-un. We all want him to be okay.
Well, there's nothing in the short term. It's we don't need more instability.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good one, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Brian. All right, guys. Well, that is a wrap on another week. It was another interesting week. We definitely had a lot of stuff that was moving. The market seemed to have settled down a little bit. So from what we saw before, with these wild swings and big big pops up and down, you can see over the last 2 weeks the market has been a little more stable. I still don't like, personally, frankly, big gap up and down days. If I zoom out to a 60-minute chart, you can see that we sort of got a lot of days that we've got these gaps when the market's gapping up or gapping down, but it's still it's a little smoother than it was, which leads to better overall trading for me, anyways. So this week especially, I sort of liked. I found stocks that traded relatively well, although it was slow. Not as many trades as I was getting probably a week ago. Mike, I don't know if you found the same thing, but like last week I found I had more trades, but I had they seemed more predictable this week when I did find them.
Yeah, stuff was much more predictable this week. I took a lot fewer trades this week, but they performed the way that they typically do. My win percentage, everything kind of fell back in line.
Right.
Compared to the previous week where everything that was setting up just kept failing for me. So
right. Well, that's pretty much
kind of why I took today off. Because yesterday ended well, and then we had our meeting yesterday afternoon. I was like, I'll just enjoy today and reap what I've made all week and not put it out on the line and go into the weekend.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, all right. Well, with that, have a good weekend, everybody out on YouTube. Hopefully you'll think about joining us in the trade room, and you can trade with us live all day and participate in the active chat. We will hopefully see you, if not then for the pre-market show. We'll see you Monday morning, 8:30. Carlos will be back with the pre-market show with Norm, and then we'll be trading with Brian and Andrew and Norm and Eamon and Thor and myself and Mike, the whole team, all throughout the day. So yeah, Jennifer, oh yeah. If you've never used 30 and 60-minute charts, it's sometimes good to look at it and just see how things move. Like AMD. you can sort of look at it and say, okay, well, here's the chop. But I find sometimes when you zoom out, you can start to see, as you say, like a little bit better patterns. It sort of makes more sense, if you will, in some cases. So I do find it useful. Even something like Zoom. Zoom on a 60-minute chart here. I was looking at this the other day. It's sort of easier to see, okay, it was choppy here, but then you had these consistent, like a week of sort of move up, and then you can see a week of it moving sideways. But when you're in this, like this sideways movement it's about $13, $14. So in the middle of it, right, it's going to feel very choppy, but when you sort of zoom out, I find better than a daily chart. You can sort of see it more or less was moving flat, and then this week you can see it sort of rounded the bottom here and then headed itself back up for the last few days. So anyways, worth looking at anyways, even if just occasionally. All right, guys, we're going to sign off. Take care. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to everyone Monday. Later, Mike.
Yep. Have a great weekend. You too, Peter. Have a great weekend.